All right, welcome to Prenatal Yoga. I'm Brittney, obviously, and this week's word that I decided was the very prevalent word coming up in my weeks or my days was freedom. And I want that to settle into however you want it to settle. Obviously, we all have our own ideas of what that means, whether it's freedom from our day-to-day lives, the current situation we're in, but how can we find freedom in whatever it is that we're experiencing right now and not letting it bind us down as much. And I have a different playlist. So let's hit play on that Flow 32 playlist in 3, 2, 1, play. We're probably going to move in some fun and different ways, but of course, take it in with however your body feels at this very moment. I want us to start in either of these two positions. So you can take a child's pose with your toes together, knees wide, and either you're not supported by a bolster under your chest or your belly, or you don't need it at all, right? Hands long. If you want to try doing a modified double pigeon, getting straight into the hips and your low back, just getting the shins parallel together, stuck together as best as you can with space in between, right by your pelvis in a triangle. Stay right there. And do your best to fold over, using as many blocks as you need to support your head here. And your arms can just relax wherever it feels comfortable. Don't worry if your legs are in this modified double pigeon. I will switch us out. While your forehead settles down onto whatever surface it lands on. Take a deep breath all the way to the top. Take an open mouth exhale and release. A couple more times. Breathe in. Exhale, let go. One more time. Fully inhale. Fully exhale. And then let your lips come together and breathe as deeply as you can. While you're folded over, think about this back body space. And if you're carrying any tension across your shoulders, your low back, think about where your body might feel bound down and not so free. Remember that your breath is one of the tools to help get you unstuck. Right? It signals to your body to find relaxation, release. So if you feel like you're not getting anywhere in any of these postures, take your breath into greater depths. Just notice if there's anything else talking back to you. And remember that this time is for you. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. You can lift up your head slightly. And with or without the blocks, walk your hands over to the right side of your space. You can put your left hand on top if that feels okay, on your shoulders, on your waist and your belly. Remember to connect to the human being that's growing inside of you here. And notice if they feel squished onto one side, or they feel low. Let your hips be your anchor here. Push down into your hands. Breathing into your left side. Take one more. And slowly walk to the middle with your hands, your chest. Let yourself rise up. Just in enough room, if you have your legs crossed out in front, go ahead and switch them out. If you're in child's pose, you can just chill. Settle back into your hips, coming forward. Let's walk the hands over to the left side of the space. You can stack again, the right hand over your left, pushing down and back into your sits bones, your tailbone. Feeling not just like you're curving your spine to the left, but keeping both sides as long as you can. Again, just checking in with how your belly feels. One more. Walk it to the middle. Keeping your head supported. Stay in the center for a few rounds of breath. Just calling in if there's any other word you want to invite into your practice as an intention. If freedom doesn't work well for you, or even the word liberation. And you can take your time coming up, making your way to all fours, keeping your blocks up at the top. You can just swing your legs around. Bring your knees slightly closer together than hip width distance apart. Just move your hips from side to side once or twice each way. As you do that, spread out the hands as much as you can. Open your fingers so you feel this big grip coming underneath you. Start to power up your arms, feeling your triceps ignite, a little push of your shoulder blades, and walk your knees back underneath your hips. Tuck your toes under so your feet can start to stretch. Take an inhale, lift your tailbone, bring your sternum to the sky, chin to the sky, extending your back. Breathe out, hug your baby towards your spine, round, round, round as much as you can. Push into the earth. Look down at your pubic bone and at your belly button. So you can keep pulling the belly button up. Inhale, reverse it back down. This motion, even moving into the extension, notice how comfortable it feels to go as deep as you want, right? Exhale and round. Can you really hug the baby up? And again, inhale, slowly moving into that extension. There might be a stretch that you feel across the belly. Exhale one more time to round. Good. Breathe in, come back to a neutral spine. And then take your knees out wide so you have some more support. Place your left hand down on the earth. Take a breath in and reach your right arm all the way up. Go ahead and pull your shoulder blades down. Stay broad in your chest. Circle out the wrists or even circle out the elbow a little bit. Take a deep breath in again. Re-extend your arm to the sky. Exhale and take a twist. Come all the way down to the back of your right shoulder. If that means coming down onto the bolster, so that you don't have to go down as far, that's perfect. Use your left hand to help swivel your spine, left shoulder over right. Do what feels good for your neck here. Let your hips sway with you. Relax into it for 2 more. Put your left hand back down, right by your face. Breathe in, bring your right arm to the sky, opening up from front to back. Exhale and lower the right hand down. Breathe in and lift your left arm up to the sky, reversing it out, and start circling out your wrists. or circle out the elbow and the shoulders. Take a breath in as you reach your arms long, big T shape. Exhale and weave your left arm underneath you, lower down, either onto the bolster or the floor. You can use your right hand, right, to prop open your chest. Keep spiraling, twirling your right ribs over your left with every breath out. Taking this twist, the focus mostly to your upper back. Start to draw in a connection with your low belly. Take 2 more. Then you can put your right hand back down by your face. Inhale and lift your left arm to the sky. Exhale and let it come down. Move the bolster out of your way if it's there. Walk your knees a little closer together. Keep planting down through your hands. Walk the knees back a touch with the toes curled under. Gather up your belly as you exhale. You can lift up the knees, pedal and push into a downward dog for a brief moment. And then try squeezing your quads and walk your feet up towards your hands. Take as many steps as you need. And as soon as your hands start to peel off the earth, you can grab your blocks, stack them underneath your shoulders at whatever height feels good. Take a breath in, soft knees, tailbone back, crown forward. Exhale, see if you can fold. Try it one more time. Breathe in, find that halfway lift, energize your back body, maybe even squeeze your glutes. Feel like you're carrying your baby up towards your spine. Exhale and release. Now your feet can go as wide as you feel comfortable. Don't worry about bringing them too close together, but do what feels good and comfortable. Check in with your breath. Does it feel like a lot of pressure when your heart is below your belly, or even your head is below your heart? Add a gentle sway if that feels good. And then come back into stillness. Bend into your knees. Slowly start to unwind and roll. You can actually use your hands if you want to, pressing up all the way into standing. Roll the shoulders up. And then exhale, roll them down and back. Let your palms face forward. If it feels safe, you can close your eyes. Tapping into your body, starting at your feet. Can you lift up your toes, spread them out wide, and then plant them down as if you were growing roots down into the earth. And from this space, you can actually play and be free from the ground up. Take one more breath in and one more breath out. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, hands into your heart. And inhale, take your prayer back up to the sky. Listen closely. Exhale, fold at your hips. And then pause when you get to this halfway lift. So you're not going all the way down to the fold quite yet. Stay in the elongated spine where your spine's parallel with the earth, and then challenge yourself or test yourself. See if you can keep the weight in your legs here, activating your entire posterior chain. Reach your arms out to a big T, as if you were looking down at yourself with a bird's eye view. You pull your shoulder blades back. Guide your belly in towards your spine to protect your low back, to protect the baby, any extra stress and stretch in your belly. Take one more breath in, one more breath out. Let it all go, fold it down, shake it out of your head or your shoulders. If you're starting to feel that tension creep into your neck or upper shoulders, take one more breath in, lift halfway up. Exhale to fold. Now push all the way up as high as you can, coming to a big stretch and reach. Exhale, hands in towards your heart. We're going to play with this variation of a half sun salutation with those arms flying out to the side, or you can actually activate them into more of an airplane arm. Okay. Starting with hands at the heart, take a breath in, reach high. Exhale, fold yourself in half, reach for your blocks. Inhale, take that halfway lift, energize the arms in any way that feels good, out to the side or behind. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reverse as best as you can. Squeeze your glutes, come all the way up, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hands in towards your heart. And a couple more times. Inhale to reach high. Exhale, start to fill up the space as you float down. Inhale, take a halfway lift, reaching your arms out to a big T. Exhale and release. Inhale, use your belly, strong core coming all the way up to stand, tailbone down. Exhale, hands into your heart. Last time, inhale, reach, feel the length in your waist, your arms. Exhale, use your hamstrings to slow yourself down. Inhale, halfway lift, squeeze your shoulder blades down your back, arms out. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reverse it all the way up. Take it to stand, tailbone down, belly in. Exhale, pull your hands in. Breathe in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Nice job. Take your hands to your hips. And if you're worried about balance at all, have a counter handy. You're going to keep your right foot in front and step your left foot as far back as you need to, taking as many steps as you need to feel stable. Right? Notice if you're leaning forward. If you are, bend your back knee and start to stack your shoulders over your hips while you guide your tailbone down. This stance doesn't have to be super long and super deep at all. You can stay right here, hands at the hips or hands at the belly, starting to connect to your strength. Beginning at your feet. Right? Remember, the toes are spread wide. And with your back heel lifted over your back toes, right? Maybe you even feel the stretch in your quads. You start to feel some heat gathering in your right thigh and glute. You can take it to any depth that you'd like here, but breathe in, take a hover. Exhale, bend your back knee a little bit, dip down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Feel the belly pull in, right? Inhale, maybe you feel it expand. Exhale, pull in. Now stay right there and challenge yourself, taking your arms up. Can you still feel that connection to your low belly? Pulling it in, feeling your legs scissor, like you're trying to chop up the mat. You're pulling back so much, maybe you start to feel your hamstring on the right side. Take another breath in. Good. Exhale, and you can reach forward. Hopefully your blocks are right there. Straighten out your legs and let your left heel get really heavy. You can shorten up the stance if you'd like and point the back toes out. Breathe in again. Find your long spine. And breathe out. Let yourself melt. This doesn't feel accessible with both hands out on the inside and outside of your right foot. You can widen out the stance and let yourself fold in with both hands on the inside of your right foot. Play with the height of the blocks. You can play also with moving your pelvis on top of your femur. Just checking in with where you feel chained down. Maybe there are some actual physical restrictions that stop you from being free in your body. Just the adhesions. Can you breathe with them, move with them, just encourage your body to expand. there. Last one. Now you can keep one block right by your right foot or both and start to walk your hands towards the long edge of your space on the left side. Point your right toes in to match up with your left. Bend into your knees and either come up with a long spine or you can roll yourself up all the way to stand. Take a breath in and roll your shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale to roll them down and back. Now let's readjust the right foot. It just kind of feels weird to keep it facing forward. So that's why I bring it in and then we bring it out. Okay, we're going for 3 to 4 feet in between your feet. And I want you to go with a heel to heel alignment or even a little wider if you need more stability. Also, you can lean yourself up against a wall if you want that tactile support, and so you don't have to worry about your balance. Okay, take your arms to the side, just like you did before in the halfway lift. Squeeze your triceps. Let your shoulders settle down your back. And then start to tighten up your thighs, really hugging your muscle to your bone. Take a breath in, getting long through the spine. Exhale and reach yourself forward towards your right foot and tilt yourself down. So your right hand can reach for the shin or for one or both of those blocks right there for you. Maybe you just give yourself a little bit of hands-on. So noticing if you feel some pull on the side here on the left, even if you give your obliques a small squeeze and a little release, you might find some freedom there to go even deeper or feel like your breath is getting bigger. As you start to notice more stretch and more growth at the front of your belly, notice if the sides or even the back are craving this attention. They don't always get it, but they also need to grow too. And that's where you can get more space to come to the front, right? To keep the strength at the front. Let's take one more breath in. Exhale and lower the left arm right by your ear. Let it circle down so you feel that stretch nice and slow. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale to reach it up, tailbone down. Exhale, let it sweep down. Last one. Exhale, revolve it down. On the way, grab that second block. And come to face the long edge of your mat one more time, pointing your toes in. I'm going to show you guys this from the side. So keep your hands underneath your shoulders, toes pointing forward. You can be as wide as you want. Bend into your knees so you have some room to play with. So you're getting kind of low, but not super low. All right, breathe in and lift your tailbone up. Pull your heart forward. Notice what you feel across your butt, your hamstrings, your belly, your back. Exhale and round, keeping the bend in your knees. Just let your head drop. That feels okay. Inhale again, shine your sits bones up towards the sky, keeping the soft bend in your knees, heart up. Exhale and round. These are those tighter crannies. One more time. Breathe in. You should feel a nice big stretch back here, even in your inner thighs. Exhale around. And now breathe in and come to a neutral spine and start to feel this strength come back into your legs, making them activated around the quads, pulling your kneecaps up without locking out too crazily. Give yourself some support using the blocks and just see if it feels good. You can maybe fly one arm followed by the next. Notice how it feels to be wide. Can you activate through your feet and really push so you feel that widening of your sits bones again, the strength of your glutes. One more time, breathe in, breathe out. Let your spine fold. Take a breath. Let it go out of the mouth. Breathe in, lift your spine back up to parallel. Walk your blocks close together. So you can grip both of them. Put your left hand down, right hand on your sacrum. Breathe in, find a long spine one more time. Exhale, twist to your right. So your sacrum can try to stay level if that feels okay, or you can just let the hips sway with you. So you can really rotate and open up. Again, the right arm can come up to the sky. You can notice your left inner thigh. Keep pushing out through the outer edges of your feet. One more time right here. Exhale and fold into the center. Place your right hand down, left hand to your low back. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, twist to your left. Again, the sacrum can stay flat if you're focusing on twirling through the upper back, or you can let the hips sway with you, feeling more of a pull on your inner thigh. Left arm can reach. Allow the shoulder blades to come across your back without creeping up towards your neck. Take another inhale. Exhale, melt back down. So we're still facing the long end of the mat. Bend into your knees. Start to swivel yourself back to face the front. With the blocks, you can lower your left knee down and widen out your right foot so that your hands are on the inside of your foot, and you can just sink into your pelvis. You feel the stretch right through the middle. And you can stay low here with your heart up, or it feels good to lower down. You can stay down. You can also play with kicking your heel up towards your butt for your left one to get some sort of quad stretch. And if it feels accessible for you, you've got some good shoulder mobility, you can reach back and hold onto it without twisting your spine or pushing your belly into your right thigh too much. Take 3 more wherever you're at. Again, looking for that freedom or release, even from the thoughts that are jumbled up in your mind right now. Can you take your mind and focus it on your breath, finding freedom from those thoughts? Take your time coming up onto your hands. And move your right foot back in alignment with your right hip. Tuck your left toes under, lift the left knee. Take as many steps as you need to come up to the top of your space. Okay. You can either roll yourself up or come up with a long spine. However you decide to stand, come on up, make it tall, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands in towards your heart, and then down by your side. Again, check in. How does it feel on your feet? Can you feel any differences coming up your legs right to left? Has anything unlocked? Finding a little appreciation for this midway point in your journey. Take your hands back to your hips. Whenever you're ready, you can step your right foot back as far back as you like. Okay. Adding that soft bend to your right knee. Tilt your tailbone down. Pull the baby back. Pull your shoulder blades back. Let yourself stack up as tall as you like. Okay. Hopefully that's tall. Let's stay right here, hovering, feeling the stack of your back heel, a little bit of depth on your left thigh. Take it even deeper if you want. Breathe in and find a little lift. Exhale, deepen in to your lunge by bending your back knee. Inhale, elevate. Exhale, lower. Feel the belly come in. One more time, breathe in. Exhale, gather everything using your transverse abdominis, and here, stay low. Feel like you're pulling the baby, not just backwards, but a little bit upwards. So it's off your bladder, taking some pressure off your pelvic floor. Challenge yourself by reaching your arms up to the sky. Feel the heat, feel the power in your legs, the total body capability. Take a breath in. Exhale, send your weight forward, looking for your blocks. Grab onto them. And you can straighten out your legs and play with the stance here. So with the back toes either pointing out, hands on the inside, or to frame the foot. It's really just a matter of your shoulder or even moving your torso over to the right. Okay, take a breath. Exhale, fold. Stay deep in here. Just channeling the breath, focusing on your left hamstring. Add in some movement. Moving into those smaller crannies again. And just notice what those feel like. Can you attach a temperature to them? Does it feel hot or cold? Is there a texture that you feel coming into your legs, or even your shoulders and your hands? Sticky, melting, rubber bandy. Okay, finding some stillness. Just take your blocks with you to the right side of your space, keeping one at the top. Just point your toes so that they align. Your outer feet line up with the short edges of your space. And again, bend your knees and come up with a long spine, or you can roll yourself up if that feels more supportive. Taking your time. Take the shoulders up. Exhale, roll them back. Now let's readjust the left foot. Point the toes back to the front. Taking a heel to heel, or even a little more forward with the right foot, kind of alignment. Just pull your right hip back and let your belly button and your sternum face forward to start. Bring your arms again out to the side. This time, instead of going hands down, let's flip them face up. So you feel this opening and expansiveness across your chest. Squeeze your thighs again. Breathe in, activate your hands and your fingers. Exhale, shift your hips backwards. Reach your arms forward. And then tilt down. Look for your block or your shin. Stay right here in this triangle pose. And again, you can stay with arm lifted, or if you want to give yourself a little hands-on, just gently squeeze your obliques, moving the tissue from your low back across the side and more to the front. Just taking what's tight and shortened on the back and side and bringing that mobility in so that the front can feel more supported. Maybe you start to feel that stretch going all the way down and into your hip, or even your inner thigh on the left. If it feels better for your head to look down, it's all good. And reach your arm back up towards the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, reach your arm forward towards the top of your mat and back. Inhale to reach back up. Maybe even going slightly behind you if that feels okay. Exhale and lower. One more round. And out. Inhale and reach up. Exhale, come forward, grabbing the block. Let's come back to this wide-legged fold so you can shift your feet to play with your width, what feels good. Excuse me. Okay, you can play with keeping the legs straight to start and then bending one knee at a time. Just seeing how that feels again on the inner thigh. All right, getting those stagnant spaces, moving with energy. Click your heels in once and start to walk your hands up to your thighs. Settling into this small goddess pose. Now shift your weight from right to left, lifting your feet and adjusting the stance as you need to. Okay, then take your hands to your heart. Come all the way up to stand. Now take a big reach. I want you to come into this star pose and close your eyes if it feels okay. See what your balance is like with eyes gone. And I want you to just embody a star. That blazing energy where any kind of creation can happen, which is totally possible with what kind of life you're growing inside of you. But I want you to feel that supported feeling underneath your feet, and as if you could grab onto strings or even a bar above your head. You can feel like you could lift yourself up even. Take a breath in and a breath out. Hands can come into your heart. All right, we're going to move with our breath a little bit. Okay, so just listen closely. It's all moves that we've felt in the body before. So try it with me. Inhale, open up, big star. Exhale, settle into your goddess, knees wide, hands into the heart. Inhale, shoot up towards the sky again, star pose. Exhale, take a small side bend to your right. Reach your left arm overhead. Use your core, use your TA. Inhale, come back up, star. Exhale, bend into goddess, sinking into your hips. Inhale, reach back out, asking for the support. Exhale, side bend over to your left. Doesn't have to be big. Inhale, back up through the star. Exhale, pull it all in. Inhale, re-expand. Exhale, find some space to the right. Inhale, open up. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, reignite. Exhale to the left. Pull in the belly. Inhale, find your star. Exhale, gather that energy and deepen all the way in as fast as you can. Inhale, explode. Exhale, take it to the right. Inhale, find your length, find your strength, star. Exhale, deepen in. Inhale, find your reach. Exhale to the left. And breathe in and come back up to the star. Pivot your toes so that they face forward. Exhale and take a big dive all the way down. Let your spine fold forward. Inhale, take a halfway lift. And just walk yourself up towards the top part of the space, pivoting your left toes again. Same with your right, lifting up the right heel. You can soften your right knee down. So widen out. So your left foot is on the outside of your hands. Begin settling into this low runner's lunge. You can stay right here, or you can pop it down onto your forearms. It feels doable. Maybe you try it a couple times first with the right quad, gathering the heel up towards your butt, and then without twisting too much or activating a hamstring cramp, you can hold on to your foot with your left arm. You can even let the left knee dive out to the side with a dorsiflex ankle. So just pulling up the toes towards your knee. Gently let go of your foot. Come back to the front with both hands. Let's walk the left foot on the inside so your hands are framing your foot. Tuck the right toes under, lift the back knee, and take, again, as many steps as you need to come to your forward fold. Now, this time, let's take a breath in and come all the way up with a long spine. Knees soft, reach up and out. like you're reverse swan diving. Exhale, take your hands to your heart. Take a breath in. Breathe it out. Okay, feel into your feet. One more time. And you get to play with this one a little bit. Okay, going side to side with your feet. I want you to start to feel that weight shift where you can kick out the other leg. And notice if you're doing a little teeter-tottering of your upper body. We're going to try to stay away from that as best as we can. Keep yourself stacked over one leg until you land on your right. Start to feel that groundedness. Maybe your toes stay on the floor and it's just out to the side, supported. Or you can activate, lift up the outer foot and hold right there. Hold onto the baby. Or you can pretend like you're a star again, reaching all the way out. Feeling as free as can be, shining in the sky. Take a breath. Okay, challenge. Inhale, lift up your left knee. Make a little crisscross, ankle to your right thigh, hands to your heart. Sink back into a chair pose. You can grab onto your blocks for some stability here, so you don't have to worry all about your foot strength. And just settle into your hips. The more you bend into your right knee, the more you should feel on your left glute. And it's more about creating this arch in your spine, just like you did when you were in this position here with your hands down, right? We're going into the arch. So you're trying to shift your sits bones back. Last breath. And we're going to do our best to reverse out, unless if you just want to give it up, put the foot down, all good too. But otherwise, we're reversing up to stand, taking the arms out, kicking the leg out, and then you can try planting down. Woohoo! Let's do the other side. Okay, shift down into your left foot. Find this grounded rootedness, activating all the way up through your body. Baby held in included. Okay, right toes can be on the floor, or you can pull up through the outer foot. Stay right there, feeling the activation. Notice if you're sticking your tailbone out, pull it all in, belly in, reach up. One more breath here. Good. Carry your right knee up towards your chest as you breathe in. And then exhale, give it a cross over your left thigh. Shift yourself down using walls or countertops as needed. And settle into your hips. Try shifting your weight forward and back where you feel settled and centered on your left foot. And with your hands, again, find that feeling of tilting your pelvis forward and finding some extension in your back. That way you'll feel more in your butt. So you can unhook right here and just fold forward. If you want to climb back out with me the opposite way we came in, let's do it. Hands to the heart, unhinge. Woo, my butt is burning. Good, take a big reach, going slow. And then let it come all down. Nice. Okay, I want you just to give yourself a little wiggle. So I can't tell with the black background, but just like shaking your body. So just rotating my hips kind of quickly, like as if I were running. It kind of gives this little looseness to the fascia in the hips. It feels kind of good. Otherwise, you can just do like a normal shake and bend your knees like you are running. Okay. Beautiful job. Come up to the top of your space. Take a big breath in, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold yourself in half. You can plant your hands down, bend your knees, and then set up your space. So I'm just going to do it this way. Blocks up at the top. Bolster there. And you're going to scoop your hips to the back of the bolster, to the bottom of the bolster. Just lean yourself back. And here I want you to gently tick-tock your hips from right to left. Maybe staying in one of these small twists. Or you can even try hugging up one knee at a time with a little straight leg action. Notice what that's like. After you've done both, it feels supportive for you to take a butterfly shape, feet together, knees wide. You can put your hands wherever it's comfortable. Maybe even take up space again, arms out to the side, and just close your eyes. After all that balancing, you deserve some rest. Or after just being in this space that you're in this time frame that you're in, this part is just as important as the movement. I want you to feel free in your body in this very moment. And sometimes the best freedom is, again, from the thoughts or the monkey mind. So without being hard on yourself, I want you to start to acknowledge the thoughts and just start to watch them swipe by, kind of as if you were scrolling through social media, but maybe not. You're mindfully watching each thing, acknowledging it, and then letting it pass. Same thing goes for any body sensations that you're feeling right now in this moment. Allow them to come up, allow your breath to be there, but not worked or controlled. Just let it be. I'll call you out when it's time. Remembering what it's like to be a star, fully free, expanded, open, receptive. Take a deep breath in. Just noticing if there are still any leftover restrictions that you can breathe through and that you can add some movement to help guide you out of this rest. Keep layering on the movement intuitively until you can make your way onto your side and shift up into a seat. And taking your spine up really tall, gather your hands into your heart space. Nay, take one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. I want you to find a little bit of gratitude for yourself today, for what you've accomplished or just done and we're in this moment. And honor this practice by taking a deep breath in through your nose and an open mouth exhale. Thank you so much for joining. From my heart to yours. Namaste.